called the Spiderweb Stitch, and it's the same as the Trinity Stitch. We do have a video on the Trinity Stitch, and it's the same thing, but this is made with much larger needles. So I'm using a baby yarn, but I'm using a size 13 needles. So I would usually use a 7 with this, but I'm using a 13. Now this is a multiple of 4, but I'm using a multiple of 4 plus 2 because I'm using 2 stitches on either side, so I can have an edge there. So here it goes on row number 1. So let's make believe that you cast it on your stitches. Once you cast on your stitches, you purl your first row. You know how to purl, so that's what I did here. I purled, and let's repeat this. It's the same as the Trinity Stitch, but here it goes again. So row number 2 would be knit 1, and the repetition is on the next stitch you're going to knit. Do not take it off. Bring your yarn to the front, purl, do not take it off, put your yarn to the back and knit. So that means in one stitch we knit, purl and knit. Now you bring your yarn to the front and you purl the 3 together. So you're actually doing knit, purl, because you knit, purl, knit, and then the 3 together you purl. So let's repeat that. We have a baby in the house, so the people that already know us know that his name is Nicholas and he's around. So the next one is a knit. Bring your yarn to the front, purl. Bring your yarn to the back and knit. And then bring your yarn to the front and purl these 3 together. So let's do this again. We are going to knit, purl, knit on the same stitch, bring your yarn to the front, and we are going to purl these 3 together. So we're going to do that the whole row. Knit, purl, and knit on the same stitch. And now we're going to purl these 3 together. And knit, purl, knit, and we're going to purl these 3 together.
I think it looks easier if you have bigger needles, because if you have smaller ones, it's more difficult to knit those 3 together. The 3
not really, because you have smaller needles. They go inside the yarn anyway.
Nico thinks it's easier.
So you purl these 3 together, and the last one you knit. So knit, there we have it. And then of course the row coming back, you purl. But it depends, because we do have stuff on the internet on the Trinity Stitch, and we have it with you can use 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 colors, whatever you wish, and it's a very nice stitch. And this is very nice, like for shawls and maybe a scarf. But of a scarf, it's a little bit different, because you see this is the right side of the stitch, but this is where you purl. So I'll see you at the end of this row, and we'll come back. Row number 3, I already purled the whole row, and row number 4, we're going to knit the first one, and we are going to, this time we are going to purl these 3 together. So like that it becomes alternated. So you go and knit, purl, and knit, and then you purl the 3 together, and let's do the whole row, and then knit. Oops, let's get that back there, and purl and knit, and then we purl 3 together, and then knit, purl, knit, and then we purl the 3 together. Of course you can do it with 2 different colors, or 3 or 4, but the different colors looks nicer when you do it with smaller needles, because you can see like bubbles. But with something that looks lacy like this, like a lace stitch, it is much better if you do it in one color, because you know it's nice to have like a shawl all in the same color. I don't know, it's a matter of preference, but here we go, 3 together, and then knit, purl, and knit, and then the last one we knit, and that's all there is. And you repeat those 4 rows. This is the way it looks. Very nice. It is not reversible, but the other side looks pretty also, so it's okay for a scarf. But this is the way it looks, and it's very nice for a blouse. So if you want to make a summer blouse, this is very nice to use, or a shawl. So thank you very much for watching, and please like us and share us with your friends, and thank you.
Thank you.